Hello and welcome to Minecraft, and this is the first snapshot of 1.17, and it's a big one. If you thought 1.17 wasn't a big update before, just look at all the new blocks and things that I've added. We're going to go through all of them. They're all in these chests. But just look at this. Look at this. I am really excited to go through this. And this isn't everything. Like, there's so much more to be added as well. That's why they said next year. Everyone was freaking out. Just look at copper. This is just copper. This is all the new blocks, all the stair variants, all the variants, the lightning rod. So let's start with copper. Let's go through. Got a lot to get through. So copper spawns randomly throughout the world. It actually looks like a bit green. Can you see that? A little bit of green. I actually like that. I like the sort of oxidized copper that's sort of there. Put this back in. Copper is smelted normally in a furnace. So if you grab a furnace, grab some coal, like you normally would, like that. Throw that in there. Grab some copper. Smells like normal, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's times a day, because I don't want any creepers blowing up my stuff. I've set this all up. Man, look how good that looks. It looks so good, all the new stuff. But yeah, copper will change. So I grab the copper just like so. Copper when you let's go in this chest actually first. This is the crafting chest. So you get your copper ingots from mining copper ore, smelting up. You then craft it into a 9x9 to create a copper block. That's a wax block, sorry. You craft it into a copper block like this. I actually love this texture. This texture looks really nice. You then make 4 of them into a brick variant called cut copper. This is the one they showed in the trailer. This also looks really nice. This is going to look so nice. And these have different oxidization states, so they can go to this, to this, to this. There's 4 levels, so there's normal, slightly, a bit more, and a bit more there, which is yeah, so slightly weathered, semi-weathered, and then weathered. So wait, it's the next one. I missed one. Professional over here. Yep, yeah. So there's 4 levels, and it takes 50 to 80 days to change one stage. So for this, it's a minimum of 200 days. 200 days to get the max copper block. And that's a long time, but let's say you don't want that. Let's say you want to have a base, and you spend ages at your base, and you AFK there. Because legit, 200 days sounds whoa, that's such a long time, which it is. But if you AFK, that time's nothing really, because you could AFK, and yeah. So if you AFK, that would be done. But let's say you don't want to change. Let's say you have your copper, and you're ooh, I love the look of copper. Or you want this copper, slightly aged, not fully aged, detail stuff. You can keep it the same by you adding honeycomb. So you grab, that's why I put 2 wax ones in here. But you grab honeycomb and a normal block of copper, like so. And any stage, any of these, any stage, you can wax them, and they will stay completely the same no matter what. So you got to grab all your blocks, and yeah, the way you get these blocks is simple. You just mine them with a pickaxe at any stage. So you place these blocks out, you wait, you mine them when they're whatever level you want them to be at, and then you can detail your base. It's really, really good detailing for stuff. And I feel the copper is the reason they added bundles, because they're oh, there's look how many variations there's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus all the stairs and slabs as well. So it's yeah, it's just a lot of variations. So stairs is only, and slabs are only crafted with the cut copper. Let's grab a stack of that. And yeah, so if you have these, you can turn them into slabs and stuff, so you can at any point turn them into slabs or stairs. So you might have farmed up a whole bunch of max age copper and stuff. Very cool. Man, copper's really interesting. It spawns, I think, pretty frequently. It spawns really high up. It's it's a sort of iron level type ore. I think it's a little bit rarer than iron right now. It's all changing, and the caves are changing as well. So We don't really know about copper. Let's move on to the next item, which is the amethyst. I'm actually going to save amethyst for a second. Talk about the candles. Now, candles, crafted with honeycomb and string. Honeycomb is like getting a lot of uses now. It's used in waxing. Oh, the lightning rod. I'll talk about the lightning rod as well. Glad I checked that chest as well, but let's go to craftable. Candles, crafted like that. Honeycomb and string. And if I grab, let's see, any die, D-Y. Let's grab a bunch of dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw the candles in there. Grab a grey candle. Lime candle. Yellow candle. Light blue candle. Red candle. Literally every colour. Which is so nice for like customization. And I'll go over here to show you. So candles work the same way as sea pickles. Where sea pickles, you place them and you can place 4 of them. So you can place, let's say, this is the normal I'll go over all the textures, but this is the normal candle texture, and this is white candles. You can light candles by just right-clicking with a flint and steel. Right-click that. Looking really nice. So you can have 1, 2, 3, and 4. They look really cool. You have white, orange, and every single colour you can go through. Look, I'll go through. You can pause the video if you want to look at the colours. Again, I'll go through slowly so you can see them all. Basically, every dye colour there's a candle variant. Like my favourites are this one, and the black one. I feel like these are the best ones. The grey ones, actually, these like grey ones, like the light grey and the sort of darker grey, look quite nice as well. But it's really cool because, like, let's say you have like a purple base, for example, and you're like, oh, I don't like glowstone or torches all around my base. These will add like a really good way to like make your base look good. You can also put candles on cakes, so like that. If you eat the cake, it will pop off, and you can only put 1 candle on a cake because it's like a birthday cake. And you can light it on the cake. If you were to like shift click it on, like so, it will float. Because candles can float, you can have floating candles. They don't need a block to be placed on them, which is really, really cool. So you can float your candles. You could, like, I'm pretty sure if you get like a fence, like I'll do this really quickly, fence. Like, the buildings would be crazy, I'll grab any old fence. You can go like that, make it like a chandelier. Yeah, how does it look on a fence? That's actually... Ooh, look at that. Yes, you'd have like a chandelier, you have like 4 of these, like so. Yeah, it would look very nice, But you can now have birthday cakes, which is really, really cool, where you have a candle on them. So I know people place cakes in Minecraft for like birthdays and stuff, so this is really cool for a actual birthday. Now let's move on to the actual amethyst, because this is going to be a big area. I wanted to like talk about candles for a second, because they're cool. They're really cool. Okay, so amethyst geodes. I'm going to show you. I would go inspect her and show you, but let's grab everything out of the chest first. Amethyst geodes. Let's go to 1. Let's slash game mode creative, and then slash game mode spectator. Amethyst geodes spawn randomly around the world. They might be leveled up, like the spawn rate might be increased because it's a snapshot. Because they said they wanted them to be rare, but they're literally everywhere. Like, look, there's 3 right here. There's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. They're intersecting with caves. So they seem to be open. There seems to be like a cracked open part to an amethyst geode. So it will be exposed, like here. So if I were to go back into creative mode, the geode is exposed like this. They spawn this tuff on the outside as like a outer layer, then an inner layer of calcite, which is this white stuff, which everyone thought was marble. Because that's how actual amethyst geodes look like. If you actually look it up on Google, like a picture, you'll see this is what they look like. There's like the outer layer, the inner layer, and then the final amethyst inside layer. So I grab... You can... Yeah. Okay, so let's go to survival now. Switching between all the game modes. Survival mode. These 2 blocks you can mine. So these are pickable up blocks. If you want to build with these blocks, you know, you can go to different Amethyst Geodes and farm them. Now, as for actual Amethyst Geodes, what do you want to get out of them? These blocks, the actual Amethyst Geode blocks, you can actually mine them. I was really happy that Mojang actually like added them as an actual block. So you just mine them, and you get them. Now, the ones you can't get are these ones. These are budding amethyst blocks, and these are the ones that spawn grow crystals on them. So, if you want to farm this, I'm guessing you'd want to. They make lovely sounds as well. I'll let you hear the sounds, but I'm guessing what you'd want to do is you'd find one. They go on all sides of them as well. You'd want to dig them out like so. Obviously, if there was another one next to it, you'd want to leave that, but then want to farm them because the crystals grow on all of them. You can actually place these. Apparently, you're supposed to be able to silk touch these. Oh wait, where's my silk touch one? You're supposed to be able to silk touch these, and then you're supposed to get them, but right now it looks like you can't. Let's grab the final stage. What makes a nice light source as well. Now these will drop 4 each time. Actually, let's jump into creative mode for a second. Grab another one of them. Amethyst. Oh, I've spelled it wrong. Amethyst. Amethyst, okay. I've got 2. I've got. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's small bud. That's what I want. Okay, so it's 4 levels. There's the small, medium, large amethyst clusters. Now these will spawn on these and grow. So you want to farm these. Like, see, there's them. Like, there's 2 that spawn right next to each other. So that's sort of like, yeah, not optimal. So when you mine them, you can't mine any of these because these will not drop anything. So it's like a full-grown crop. So this is silk touch. Let's see if you get. Oh, so you do get the amethyst cluster from silk touch. Maybe you can't get these, but you can get these from silk touch. And you can place these on normal amethyst geodes to like add detail to your builds and stuff. I'm just really glad you actually get these blocks. I was like, I'm so glad. Like these have like a different texture, so you can tell that which ones are which. So you don't accidentally mine these and not get them. But if you mine them normally, you get 4 amethyst shards each time. Let's throw these shards away. And I believe with fortune you should get more. Yeah, we've got 8. Okay, so fortune is definitely what you want to mine these with. You want to. So we have 17, 29. Whoa, yeah. Definitely fortune is the way to go. So do not be mining these unless you're using fortune, not creative. We want. Where's spectator? There it is. Let's fly on out of here. Let's time set day. Let's fly back to the base where we've built all this stuff. But yeah, Amethyst Geodes, they are very cool. There's still no cave generation or new mountain generation yet. I'm in a mountain right now. Also, Bedrock, if you haven't heard, has had a update which is added in Snowier Snow and Mountain Goats. We do not have that in creative mode here or in survival. No, we don't have that yet. So that's a Bedrock exclusive so far. But we got the cooler update. sorry, Bedrock players. We've got candles. Amethyst is just like very cool. Now you might be going, what's the point of amethyst? Amethyst can craft with copper a spyglass. So like so, it's like that. Pretty simple crafting recipe. You're gonna get lots of copper probably. And amethyst is as long as you find like 1 amethyst geode, you're gonna be fine. And you can zoom in. Let's zoom in on that tree. Look at that. That's so good. Let's zoom out. I love the like sound of the animation. There. Whoa. Oh, makes me a bit dizzy. But there's a llama, a pig. Anything up there? There's some coal. There's a nice waterfall. Oh, there's some coal there. Can you actually see that from here? You can't. Ooh. See, you actually can see stuff, so it's cool. If I press this from offhand, let's see if it works from offhand. So yeah, you can actually have this in your offhand and just go, whoop, right click. What is a village over there? You can see. You know, most people don't even have, what's it called? Shields equipped, and if you don't use your offhand, just put this in your offhand and you can right click and you can zoom in. Basically have Optifine on some zombies there. So it's a cool, I think, very cool. On to the next thing. Get the spyglass out of here. It's Cauldron. So Minecraft has been trying to add like every update they've been trying to make it so that the Bedrock edition and the Java edition are the same. And one thing that you can do on Bedrock edition, which you couldn't on Java before, was put lava in cauldrons. So now you can. So now you can actually put lava in cauldrons. I'm guessing if you would have fallen this, you would be on fire. Yep. So that's now the same. Makes sense. They're both liquids. One thing I hope gets added as well is that on Bedrock edition, potion, literally grab anything. Let's say healing. On Bedrock edition, you can actually fill cauldrons with potions. Now, we don't have that on Java edition if you're a Bedrock player, and that might get added soon. Like if they're adding the lava part, they'll probably add they'll try to make it so that each version is exactly the same. So that's cool. Move on to the next. Just bundles. This is like the actual like what you want to see, guys. This is what you actually wanted to see. Bundles. Let's grab all these blocks and stuff out of here. Go into this chest that I've just put every block you can imagine. So bundles will only hold one stack. So you can have. I've got to hold the bundle and right click. The bundle texture is different, so you have full bundle, empty bundle, a full bundle. If I grab like half of this and right click that, you'd have empty, full, half full. It will show a little progress bar, and it doesn't have like the pictures like in Minecon. It has like a little text that just says stone. So bundles can only hold one stack. So one stack of grass blocks, right click to empty it. So you could have one bucket. You could have You could have 16 ender pearls. You could have one minecart. One armor piece. I got to remember right click. I keep forgetting. You could have one armor piece. You could have a sword. I'm clicking, not right clicking. You could have one sword, one pick. You could have one tool. 16 ender pearls, because ender pearls stack differently. So ender pearls and things stack differently. So yeah, you could have that. You could have 32 and 32 of two different items, like grass and stone. You could have those different combinations. So you can only have one of the, like, one stacks. I wanted to try something. I want to see if this... So ender pearls 8. Ooh, you can stack 30. So ender pearls count as like half a stack because they're 16. That's interesting. So you can stack ender pearls into other bundles. Very interesting. But this is huge for inventory management, because are you ready for this? Ready for the right clicker-thon? I'm going to be right clicking. This is one bundle, by the way. This is one bundle. Man, it takes a little bit of time. Hopefully they add in a way to like right click and drag, because you have to continuously right click, which is, I keep dropping the bundle, because if you like right click on an empty space, it will leave it in there. So if I right click these, you see this full chest is now gone. Oh, I just right clicked and it's all gone. No, I just dropped the bot right click it all. But yeah, I'm gonna keep right clicking it. Bundles are a huge early game crafting thing. You can actually put other bundles in your bundle. You know that? You can actually put bundles in your bundle, which is really cool. Obviously, they have to be empty. Yeah. So, they're crafted like so. Rabbit hide and string. Now this is the only part of the bundle that's sort of like bad, because bunnies are like really annoying to like farm and like get in the early game. So it's an interesting choice. It makes bunny farms useful and they're actually worth doing now. So you probably should do a bunny farm. You should mine. You should like create a farm. I think bunnies spawn in like desert. I always see the desert bunnies. So bundles. I actually really like bundles though. I've heard a lot of people complaining about bundles. I don't know why. Because like shulker boxes are basically what people want bundles to be, and it's like that's what shulker boxes are. Shulker boxes are the backpack Minecraft made, because Minecraft's like, oh, we're not going to add just a backpack slot. We're going to add, shulker boxes are crazy weird thing. So bundles are really cool because they just like look at all those copper variants, like bundle, bam, all in. Like look at all these candles. Like let's say you're not going to have 64 of all these candles. You can probably have like a couple variants of each of these candles, some Amethyst Geodes, some coppers. You're not going to have full stacks of this stuff. Like Minecraft wants to now add this. The bundle also is like future proofing. So future proofing is like, oh, we're going to add in like things where like you'll only get like 5 items of a certain type of item from a place now. So like it could be a structure or like an Amethyst Geo type place where you'll get like a couple crystals and shards and amethyst blocks, but you won't be getting stacks of them. So your inventory will be cluttered with all this random junk. And you can put it in a bundle. So it's really cool. Next up is Tinted Glass. Now this is like out of nowhere. This is out of nowhere. This is another amethyst shard crafting recipe. But there you go. 1 glass and 4 amethyst shards to make 2 tinted glass. So from a stack of that, you're going to get 2 stacks. Now tinted glass is really, really cool because it's different from every other glass in the game because it doesn't let light through. It will destroy the grass. And let's put this like so. This box and bop. We're now in complete darkness, as you can see. Now this is really, 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 really good for 2 things. 1, mob farms. You can now have like a completely transparent mob farm. So like I could put a mob farm, like a huge one. Like imagine this box, but like what? Massive. And you can have a completely tinted glass mob farm. You can have a car. You can make a car and have your car. But imagine like a window. Imagine like a window in a house, like so. Like on a map, for example. You want outside to be outside. Like, like it adds just so much stuff. Let me pause back in. But it adds so much stuff to like possibilities. Like, yeah, because you could have like your window and the sun. But if you want the light level to be controlled, so like it's really about controlling light level. Because like if you have like a level 1 candle like so in your like house, like let's put that there. Oh, I'm standing on the candle. Okay, I have to make that one taller. Can you please go away? Time set day. It's really cool because if you want to control light level in your house, so you can have like it very moody looking. So like you have this big window like so, and you have like a table, and you have like a couple candles on it, and you want a window because the window looks really cool. But you have like skylights. Like imagine like a skylight, like you have like so, like a nice skylight, and you don't want like the light to come through for whatever reason. It's just like, it just adds options. That's what it is. I really like Minecraft adding options and stuff. And it looks different to normal glass. Like, look at it. It looks like that. Looks really, really nice. I think it just looks better than black glass. Black glass. I don't think you can make panes out of it. So yeah, look, it's a lot darker. You can see like the darkness around the outside. Well, bam, throw that away. And I believe there's one last thing, which is shulkers are now renewable. They're now a renewable mob. Their drops can be reproduced. So let's go. Let's say up here. Grab grab some building blocks. Like so. People have already made farms of this, by the way. I'm just letting you know. So let's put some put a shulker down. Go to survival. And now, the way it works is if the shulker hits itself with its blast. It hit me, but if the shulker hits itself with its blast, it will basically have a chance of spawning another shulker. And this is huge because it allows basically allows you to farm them and create an infinite shulker shell farm. Now it's not like the fast thing, and it'd probably actually be fast to like fly around, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting because it's an interesting feature for them to add, like making them renewable. I feel like they've added that because like all the people who like complain about bundles, like shulker boxes are now easier to get. So that was it. That's about it, I think, for all these blocks and items. Man, I can't believe we actually got to the end of this. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot of stuff. It is a lot of stuff. And 1.17 is not even like. Oh man, it's gonna be really good. So I want to say thank you all so much for watching this episode, this snapshot video. If you want to subscribe and like the video to see more snapshots, thank you guys and goodbye.